Malami refused to prosecute terrorism financiers whose case files were brought to his office. Both pleaded not guilty, remanded in SSS custody till February 20. The Department of State Services (DSS) has arraigned former Attorney General of the Federation, Ex-Agf Abubakar Malami, and his son, Abdulaziz Abubakar Malami, Papa and Pikin, on a 5-count charge bordering on alleged terrorism, financing and illegal firearms possession before the Federal High Court in Abuja. In the charge filed before the Federal High Court in Abuja, Malami is accused of knowingly abetting terrorism financing by refusing to prosecute suspected terrorism financiers whose case files were handed to him while he served as the AGF and Minister of Justice. And that means he's also part of people terrorizing the country now. If he refused to prosecute those that were suspected for terrorism, he's probably one of them. Malami and Abdulaziz are equally accused of warehousing firearms in their residence at Gis Phase 2 area, Benin Kebbi LGA, Kebbi State without lawful authority. In count 1 of the charge, the DSS said the former AGF did knowingly abet terrorism financing by refusing to prosecute terrorism financiers whose case files were brought to his office as the Attorney General of the Federation for prosecution. Sometimes in November 2022 at the Federal Ministry of Justice, Maitama, Abuja. This is contrary to and punishable under Section 26 of Section 2 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. In count 2, the former AGF and his son are charged with engaging in a conduct in preparation to commit an act of terrorism by having in their possession and without license a Storm Magnum 17-0101 firearm, 16 Wester AAA 520 live rounds of cartridges, and 27 expended Wester AAA 520 cartridges, sometimes in December 2025 at their residence in Gese Phase 2 area, Benin Kebbi LGA, Kebbi State. This is contrary to and punishable under Section 29 of the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022. In count 3, Malami and Abdulaziz are charged with unlawful possession of Storm Magnum 17-0101 firearm without license, sometime in December 2025 at their residence in Kebbi State. This is contrary to Section 3 of the Firearm Act 2004 and punishable under Section 27, subsection 1 of the same Act. In count 4, the father and son are charged with unlawful possession of 16 Wester AAA 520 live rounds of cartridges without license, sometimes in December 2025 at their residence. This is contrary to Section 8, subsection 1 of the Firearm Act 2004 and punishable under Section 27, subsection 1 of the same Act. Count 5, In count 5, Malami and Abdulaziz are charged with unlawful possession of 27 expended Wester AAA 520 cartridges without license, sometime in December 2025 at their residence. This is also contrary to Section 8, subsection 1 of the Firearm Act 2004 and punishable under Section 27, subsection 1 of the same Act. Malami and Abdulaziz pleaded not guilty when the counts in the charge sheets were read to them in court. They not see all those firearms in their house. Which one is they are not guilty? People. Shortly after they pleaded to the charge, prosecuting lawyer Callistus Eze prayed the court to order their remand in the custody of the DSS and fix a date for the commencement of trial. Responding, defense lawyer Shaibu Aromansan applied orally for bail for the defendant. Why would they bail them? For what? Arguing that the defendant had been in DSS custody for over 2 weeks. Maybe people they stay there. Are they special? I don't understand. How can they remain there? Justice Joyce Abdulmalik rejected the oral bail application. Thank you, Jari. Notice that our court is a court of record and ordered the defense to file a formal application for bail. She ordered that the defendant be remanded in the custody of the DSS and adjourned till February 20 for the commencement of trial. If they remain for there. The arraignment comes after the DSS arrested Malami following his release from Kuje prison. The charge invoked 2 key pieces of legislation: the Terrorism Prevention and Prohibition Act 2022 and the Firearms Act 2004. The terrorism financing charge under Section 26 subsection 2 relates to the state of the AGF to prosecute terrorism financiers when case files are brought to his office, while the firearm charges relate to possession of firearms and ammunition without lawful authority. The matter has been adjourned to February 2026 for the commencement of trial, while the defense is expected to file a formal bail application before then. Nice, you go forget to file it. I mean, let me buy for there. Okay, Joko says, what goes around? Yes, so it definitely comes around. It definitely comes around. Wise man says, no problem. You are not in charge. Prosecute them. Stop the noise. She will prosecute them now. Imagine, you father and son in prison. Now, wow. When man says his name and Godfather's name was included. Emmanuel Rolo says he kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu, thinking that nemesis will not catch up with him. Apostle of the Most High replies and says nobody has just as Nnamdi Kanu without being punished. From Ike Ikwe Marado, Ifeanyi Ubah, many chieftains of our nation, but this judge, James Omotosho, will surely receive his own divine punishment. Glad Obi says one Nigeria is a scam. Prince Olore says whatever it would take for Malami to be jailed should not slip from DSS and EFCC. I'm telling you. I'm saying that his defense lawyer will forget to file for a bail, and they will still not bail him. Now there will remain. This man protected the terrorists and bandits, buyers, kidnappers. A man like him should be executed. Adigun Abbas says these people are shame to our country. Mobile says you can't prosecute them now because they are partners in terrorism. Exactly, that is why. It's because he's part of them. That is why he refused to prosecute them. You can imagine. Victor says a terrorist financier is a terrorist. Exactly. You are also a terrorist. Franklin says one Nigeria is fake according to the Northern Hausas and Fulanis. Divide we stand. Boko Haram and bandits are buying Nigerians and youths everywhere in Nigeria, from Kogi State to Borno State and many more. It's unfortunate Nigeria have no government. It's PDP, it's APC, it's 419. Okode says confirmed criminal terrorist as Chief Justice of Nigeria. Nigeria is a real scam, joke, deceit, and beyond useless. Caesar Gospel says for this singular reason, let bats do 8 years. I don't understand. Because of this singular reason, you hear they talk. Moleto says Nigeria judicial system is tribalistic and professionistic. What's that? Professionistic. I beg my listeners, don't forget to like, to share, to subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.